And I begin to even respond to them differently. Where I used to maybe cry and get depressed. I don't cry and get depressed. I'll stand up in front of them and say, mountain, get out my way. Tree, be plucked up and planted in the sea. Cancer, get out of here. Headache, you got to go. Temptation, I'm not giving in to you no more. No more, no more, never again. Man, that is the strength of the kingdom speaking up on the inside of you. It's got to become a reality to you. So that the force of it begins to operate on the inside of you. Listen, Matthew chapter 12 says that the king, Matthew chapter 11 says, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence. I like the way the NIV puts it. It says the kingdom of heaven suffering violent attacks. What's the attack? Get the seed. If I get the seed, get what it produces. Nothing. What it produce or here? What is the harvest? Nothing. Nothing. There's only two ways that, well, I guess there's three ways that you'll miss your harvest. Number one, the seed don't stay planted. Number two, something chokes out the seed. Something else grows. An invasive species comes in and it outgrows and then chokes out the seed. Two ways. The other way is going to grow. So I got to keep the seed in the ground. I got to keep his seed in my heart. My heart is so important. Without my heart, the kingdom won't operate in my life. Yeah. All right. Let me just close this out. Turn to Matthew 25. Matthew chapter 25. Verse number 34. Verse 34 says, then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, come ye blessed of my Father. Look at what it says. Inherit the kingdom. Prepare for you from the foundation of the world. Man, if that don't make you angry, nothing will. Listen, the kingdom is your inheritance. It's an inherited kingdom. I said the kingdom is your inheritance. And if I know anything, being a pastor, I've dealt with many families at the time of a loved one's transition. And there's some inheritance involved. And if there's anything, I had one family, there ain't none of the members in here right now, so I can tell y'all, I had one family, I had to say that because I don't want nobody to think, is he talking about my family? I'm not talking about your family. I had one family who, at the hospital, less than 30 minutes after the loved one passed on, there was a fight. Wait, I'm standing there. Come on, man. The man of God standing in the hospital room, praying with the family, and they go to fight, arguing and ready to fight in the room. I had to get between them and say, wait, y'all can't do that. How you going to disrespect her like this? Now, that was wrong, but it shows you how people act about their inheritance. When they think something belongs to them, they'll fight you for it. But the children of God will allow their inheritance to be taken from them, squandered, and they won't say a word. So you got to allow yourself to have some holy boldness and indignation about some things that belong to you that you've never had in your life, that you're not going to put up with this no more. It's my time of harvest. I'm getting my stuff. And I don't care what I have to do to get it, who I have to fight to get it, but I'm getting my stuff. Because there's some things that God planned, listen, before the foundation of the world. What is that, man? Man, there's some things we plan for a long wedding. We plan for a long time. Why are we planning? It's so much. And we want it to be special. God prepared before the foundation of the world. And so many Christian folk, all they want is salvation. He got so much more than that for you. He got so much, or let me just say, your salvation includes so much more than just going to heaven. It's so much more than just going to heaven. So much more. He's got a lifestyle of peace and love and harmony that he wants you to have some right now. He wants you to have his love, his joy. He wants you to have some things right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. But now here's the thing. And this is what I want to get into next week. Oh. What God gives us by grace is not automatic. See, God did us a favor, and He given us everything we need for life and godliness, the Scripture tells us. He given us everything that pertains to life and godliness. Good Lord, there ain't nothing else to give. But now I got to get it for myself. See, the harvest or the gathering is up to me. I'll give you this one illustration. I'm going to quit. When God provided manna, he said, I'm going to make it rain manna from heaven. But now he said, every man got to go out and gather. And this was the best part to me. He said, some will gather much, and others will gather little. Every man according to his eating. And he said those that gathered much shouldn't have nothing left over, and those that gathered little won't have no lack. See, when you harvest in the kingdom, there's no waste. When you harvest in the kingdom, there is no waste. And he said if somebody should get greedy and try to hoard it and take more than he should, he said worms going to get in and it's going to stink. All right. I'll start preaching again. Let's stand to our feet.